What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're glad to have you guys here with us today. We have some very, very intriguing stories, and we're going to get right into it. I am your host, Mr. Johnson.
And I am your second host, Mr. Hatchett.
Show yourself.
Nah, I'm good. I don't.
Technical difficulties.
Hey, man, you still a little choppy, a little. That's okay.
All right, click the camera on. Let's get it. There we go. All right. So the first topic we got is a fresh one. It just happened today. It's the Milwaukee shooting after the Bucks game. At this point, there's 17 injured, 10 in custody, and man, this is looking bad, man. You heard about this story yet? Hatchett?
Yeah. I was looking at it earlier. It's looking pretty. It's looking grim, man. This is a lot of damage.
Tell me about
This
it.
is a lot of damage.
All right, so without
let me see
further
the video.
ado, we're gonna play this news clip, and yeah, we'll give you our commentary after. But this is a very sad thing, and condolences to all of the victims of all the families. Without further ado.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm joined today
Most
by City
definitely.
Attorney Spencer, by State Senator LaTanya Johnson, by Assistant Chief,
A lot
two
of
Assistant Chiefs,
prayers.
both Romolo as well as Waldner. I believe Chief Lipsky from the Fire Department will join us soon. We're also joined today by representatives from downtown Business Improvement District number 21. And they've all joined with me today because they're troubled, as I am, about what happened here in our city just yesterday, not too far from where we stand. I have no doubt at all that the vast majority of people who came downtown did so with the intention to be nonviolent, to enjoy the atmosphere of the Milwaukee Bucks as they continue on in their playoff run, something that's making our city proud. But unfortunately, there were a small number of people who were not coming down here with those intentions, who wanted to cause destruction in our city. That can't stand. Obviously, again, those people who came down here, they had other intentions in mind, and we need to be focused on those people that do those things. So the police can provide additional details, but a number of arrests were made as a direct result of the actions that happened last night in the city. To be clear, and let me be very clear, I fully expect that when people cause death, harm, and destruction in Milwaukee, that they should be held fully accountable under the law, right? If folks break the laws, they should be accountable for their actions. I've said that time and time again, that if somebody hurts somebody in this community, if they cause death, if they cause harm, if they cause destruction, they should be held accountable. And by the way, if somebody takes out a gun and they fire that gun into a crowd of people, then guess what? They should go to jail, and they should go to jail for a long time. We cannot have that in this city, nor anywhere else in this state, nor anywhere else in this country. So that's something that we all have to say. And by the way, as well, I'll say this. Before somebody gets to the point where they have a gun and they're upset and their tempers go off and they decide to shoot in a crowd, in a crowd full of people, you got to think about whether or not those folks should have access to a gun in the first place. I don't think it's crazy to say that those people should not. They obviously don't have the responsibility to wield the weapon. So we need to work to make sure that repercussions for folks when they do things like that, but we also need to work on the preventative end to make sure that individuals don't have that access to firearms in the first place. So the activity that happened in the Deer District was safe and it was orderly. The activity inside businesses in the area was also entirely lawful. Unfortunately, though, some of the crowds that gathered on Water Street were not. Anywhere in the city when crowds gather and unlawful activity occurs, what's going to happen is that we're going to take action. We're going to do something about it. What happened here in this neighborhood last night, it will not be tolerated. We will not tolerate these sort of actions in Milwaukee. It is unsafe. It's inherently unsafe. We've consulted with legal authorities about options that are before us, and there will be restrictions and limitations in place. To put it simply, if you intend to loiter, if you intend to act out, cut up, if you intend to do anything that is unlawful, then my message is simple. Don't come here. Don't come here. Don't come down here. Don't mess it up for everybody else. Formally, I'm issuing a limited emergency order that imposes a curfew for all individuals under the age of 21 years old in the immediate area for tonight as well as tomorrow night. And that boundary that we're talking about, the entertainment district, will be Bell Phillips Avenue on the west. It'll be Broadway on the east. It'll be Knapp McKinley on the north, and State Street on the south. There'll be additional police in place tonight as well. Other city departments have also been mobilized to help with our efforts to address what's happened. And we've been having planning discussions over the past several hours on the incidents that have been happening here. And when we need additional resources, if that were to happen, we're ready to deploy those resources. To those who were injured last night, I am hoping for a prompt and speedy recovery. You know, you came down to enjoy yourself, to have a good time in our city. And people should be able to do that downtown or anywhere else in Milwaukee. And I want that to continue happening. And we will take the steps to make sure that downtown and our neighborhoods are safe as well. So to the business.
Okay, so what I'm taking from this, and you can correct me, you know what I mean, as I take this off of our screen share and I dig into it a little bit more. But I'll let you give your thoughts while I dig into it a bit more and get some more info real quick.
I could tell this was that was the chief, that was the commissioner, right? That was the district attorney, I guess, or the chief.
Hold on, that's
because he lived
the former Reagan National Security Advisor. No, sorry, I'm reading something else. That's a different headline. Different headline.
Because he knew.
They're not saying who that guy was, but obviously
he's somebody important because he lived and grew up there. He knows where the entertainment center sections is in different parts of the city that gets violent. He probably got family that's involved. He even came with like people coming in to visit it. Don't bring. He really wanted to say, don't bring the hip hop video life and hip hop culture life, that gimmick life to this city to cause trouble, because innocent people could definitely get hurt and things could go haywire very fast. He really wants to like level it out, because he knows he can't truly stop if shit gonna go haywire. He can't stop, but he want to at least mellow that out so he can get down to like how he can make it safer for people that the visitors and family from out of town come in and want to go to these famous entertainment spots in the city. And I agree with everything he said. You know what I'm saying? And he articulated well. I believe he's really trying to make a change. Like, honestly.
I think we're dealing with something that's becoming a pandemic, becoming something that is just getting out of control. It's getting out of control.
Yeah. And it's senseless violence. Senseless violence has been up on a peak. It's not like through media entertainment, like let's just show unnecessary violence, or people want to just do not thought through violence, period. Even if it's thought through, the point of it all, if it started, or your motivation, or whatever you want to say it is pointless. Like it is Scooby-Doo pointless to just go out there, put a mask on, and kill somebody for like $25, or just spray a block over for just, your pride being hurt, or you feel, I'm saying, senseless violence, man.
Yeah. And it's stupid because they're going to use this, man, as a ploy to initiate martial law. This is going to be a ploy to give the government exactly what they need to just shut down anything whenever they want, to violate our very liberties and constitutional rights. And that's what he was saying. I have to set up curfews. I have to make it so that we can gain some kind of control of this situation. And before, I would have been against it. You know what I mean? Because I know martial law is only it's gonna be that thing that takes away our freedoms. It's gonna take away from what makes this country great. But when you have something like this going on, it's either you go with chaos and anarchy, or you have to go back to rules and order. You have to start establishing rules and order. And I think people are becoming unruly and just disorderly. That, man, they said what? It was 17 people injured, 10 in custody. Bro, this wasn't just no regular thing for one person.
Yeah, this is
a bunch of people, and this was like a war zone if you was probably there. This is insane.
Fact.
But I digress, you know what I mean? It's lovely that we get to see it, so we can see that evil does exist. So I'm always happy to be able to show that evil exists. And that's what I have to say for that one. If that's all you have to say, then it's on to the next. We're gonna get right to the next one.
On to the next one. There's enough said on that one.
All right, so this one is a man fatally shot by police in the Bronx. Now, peep this.
All right, we want to get back to that breaking news we've been following on with the Bronx tonight. Police say they shot and killed a man who had a gun in the Hunts Point section. We're just getting some new information from police about what went down. Julie Chan, she's live for us with the update. Shirley.
Yeah, Corey, the NYPD just briefed the media just a short time ago. That news conference just wrapping up, and we have brand new information on what led up to that fatal police-involved shooting. Now, this all started with a group of plainclothes NYPD detectives. They were narcotics detectives. They were here.
And really, we got dudes just walking. Oh my God, I'm gonna play it back.
Fucking the crime scene all up.
All right, we want to get back to that breaking news we've been following on with the Bronx tonight. Police say they shot and killed a man who had a gun in the Hunts Point section. We're just getting some new information from police about what went down. Julie Chan, she's live for us with the update. Shirley.
Yeah, Corey, the NYPD just briefed the media just a short time ago. That news conference just wrapping up, and we have brand new information on what led up to that fatal police-involved shooting. Now, this all started with a group of plainclothes NYPD detectives. They were narcotics detectives. They were here on a different case, conducting an investigation near the intersection of Hunts Point Avenue and Seneca Avenue. Again, they were conducting a different investigation for a different case. The NYPD officials telling us a short time ago that those detectives around 7 p.m. this evening overheard a dispute where one man in the group said he was going to his car to get a gun. NYPD officials add that the detectives saw the suspect exiting a black Ford pickup truck with that firearm. Police say the detectives yelled, "Police, don't move," but the suspect raised what they say was an airsoft gun and fired one shot, narrowly missing the detective's head. Now, 2 officers returned fire, hitting him in the torso. That suspect was shot 5 times, and he was brought to Lincoln Hospital, where he later died. Police speaking to us a short time ago, they explained what that airsoft gun was, that there was a projectile that was fired, and that they did recover that projectile on scene here. NYPD officials saying that the suspect had 10 prior arrests, 7 of them felonies. He also had a prior felony conviction. Now, there was one detective who was treated for ringing of the ear at the hospital, and he is expected to be okay. We're live tonight on the scene of breaking news in the Hunts Point section of the Bronx. I'm Shirley Chan, Pix 11 News.
Nice going, Shirley Chan. Shirley Chan.
Hi-yo.
All right. Wait, I will let you go first.
All right, nigga, look, listen. The whole thing was some buffoonery. Honestly. First of all, they had the dudes coming in under the damn tape, ducking under the tape. They about to go in there and try to damn say themselves. They're probably the OGs. I ain't gonna cap. Listen, one of these dudes had an airsoft gun, so he was all the way capped.
No, it was only one dude, I think.
Only one dude? I thought it was 2.
Yeah, the one dude. He, I forget what they were saying, but basically he was getting into an argument with somebody. He went to his car, grabbed an airsoft pistol, which is basically a fucking BB gun. And as he was doing that, and the commissioner going to the car to get this fake gun, police seen him go and get this fake gun. And this is why you don't bring fake guns to an actual shootout or knives to a shootout. Now, you don't bring knives to gunfights, you don't bring BB guns to gunfights.
You would have had a better.
Because when he shot that BB, they returned fire. He wasn't going to kill nobody with that BB. Everything that came out the mother guns was going to kill you.
Kill you, yeah. You didn't think this through.
That's niggas for you. That's niggas for you. And we going, it's going to be a memorial, it's going to be the GOAT, or the God, or the whatever, and forever, you're going to memorialize this thing, and it's going to be this problem that I have with our community, but we're not going to talk about it right now.
My t-shirt going to say, damn, nigga.
Infatuation with death, and revering people that's dead, and disrespecting people that's alive. I don't get this crap.
I mean, that's true. Especially when the glorified dead is doing dumb shit. He ain't did a smart thing from the time he went to the truck. Boy said, da-da-da-da.
Bro, like, what gotta be on your mind? What gotta be on your mind? Listen, the first thing my father ever told me, especially about guns, bro, is you don't pull out no gun unless you're gonna use it. And you damn sure don't be pulling out no fake guns and shit like that, because you could possibly pull out that fake gun and somebody pulls out a real gun.
Big facts.
You don't have a chance at this point now. That's called calling a bluff.
Big facts. They got to see me on this one. Big facts. You heard? You hear my cousin say. You hear my family say.
I don't know what y'all teaching these people. See, if it was about fighting and all that shit, it was still about fighting. All that.
You should have brought a knife. You should have brought a knife, like you said earlier. Shit, he would have had percentage of survival rate would have been better. He would have stabbed him and ran. At least he would have got bucked that. He wouldn't have been turning around chest first and getting aerosol holes through his body.
We got some breaking news, but we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait till tomorrow our next show about the story that we're gonna do. I'll bring it up when we do the story. Let's get into this next story. This next story is a very, very deep one. Yeah, this one is gonna be. It says East Point woman killed by a man she was trying to help. See, I hate misleading titles too, but let's see.
Woman is dead. Her family tells Fox 5 she was shot and killed by a man who had just moved in with her. Police tell us that man is now behind bars. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor.
What I tell you. This is what the title says. The title says East Point woman killed by a man she was trying to help. Family says.
Damn.
You trying to help this man, so you move him into your house. You trying to help a man, so you move him into your house. Where is your man at? Where your husband at? Because if you had,
or he just, or the person she was trying to help out was the man.
Huh?
You heard? The person she was trying to help out was the man.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but they gonna try to say, oh, she was just helping somebody out. No, you was involved with this, man. Like, what the heck, man? They clickbait. They have to create a narrative. They have to.
Very true.
Has more of this tragic story. An East Point woman is dead. Her family tells Fox 5 she was shot and killed by a man who had just moved in with her. Police tell us that man is now behind bars. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor has more of this tragic story from Washington Road.
An Atlanta mother is distraught. She says her 21-year-old daughter was shot and killed by a man she was only trying to help.
I feel empty, I feel numb, I feel confused.
Shalika Reed is having a hard time holding it together after the unexpected shooting death of her daughter, Denisha Smith. East Point police tell us the 21-year-old was shot and killed by Shelton Handspike after the two got into an argument at her Lexington apartment on Washington Road Tuesday.
If I'm struggling for my rent, ain't no use in you being here if you're not gonna help me. So she just asked him to leave.
Ms. Reed says suspect Handspike got angry about being told to move out and grabbed a gun from another woman who was in the apartment. She says the two were not romantically involved. She says Ms. Reed says suspect Handspike got angry about being told to move out and grabbed a gun from another woman who was in the apartment. She says the two were not romantically involved. Got angry about being told to move. Ms. Reed says suspect Handspike got angry about being told to move out and grabbed a gun from another woman who was in the apartment. She says the two were not romantically involved. She says Denisha tried to fight back, but Handspike overpowered her.
She was looking out for him till he got on his feet. She thought that he was her friend, and he killed her. He murdered, slaughtered, overkilled my child. My child got shot 6-7 times.
This is another case that could have been solved with better conflict resolution. East Point police say suspect Handspike is charged with 1 count of murder. In East Point, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
Handspike.
And here we go with another one, people.
The handspike.
I'll let you go at it first.
Damn, I'm frozen.
Cause there gotta be something extra, something with the story, bro. Like, I hate stories like this. He grabbed a gun from another girl that was there to shoot the girl that he was living with that wanted him to get the hell out.
So this nigga was cheating, being eager. This is my interpretation of the situation. Let me kick some knowledge. This might be even called, discernment. But let me kick something out. He gonna come in over and live with this girl. The mother took it as, oh, she's helping him out, but she has sexual relations with this man. Even though if it was about some help.
that makes it that much weirder.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't have let that man come and live in your fucking house. And this
Look
is
at
the
him.
reason why. Because how you
That's a
gonna get
look
that
at
man
him.
out?
And I'm not even
You
coming at
want
him
him
like
to leave, how you gonna get him out?
facts. That man is already crazy. She probably, empathy is a bitch. I know that firsthand. But dog, an angry Avion Crockett looking ass nigga like that gonna come up in your house, have another woman. You get there, you flip on, you got you.
Like, you see how crazy that man look, bro?
And it's not. That's. I'm not even going. I got the energy from his look. It's not even just the picture. It's not even just the picture. It's deeper than that. So I will never judge nobody book by his cover. He might have had his reasons. She might have flipped out. Nah, fuck that. It's plain and simple right here. This is a plain and simple explanation of like a nigga getting mad, getting caught. You know what I'm saying? It could have been his baby mama or somebody, and she was about to fight. He shot her. You know what I'm saying? 6 times. And, they probably shared the shooting twice. He probably passed the gun.
And that's what I'm saying. He can already overpower you.
Let's talk about.
He has a gun now too.
Let's talk about. You said the evil, right? The evil of people today is at an irate high. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a man that try to look for the good because the evil is so easily found.
Yep.
That it's easy to see.
It
is easy to be. The evil guy.
Right. It's so easy to see, but yet we're still so blinded by it. We think that it's just normal. No, it's not. You got to learn how to be able to discern right from wrong. And when they start giving us these vague ass things like there's different genders besides a male and a female. No, it's not. There's a difference between what else do they be saying? Like
look,
my truth, my truth, your truth.
Hey, fam. I don't want to get to talk about transgenders, bro. I don't want to get attacked by one of them, bro. I might can handle one, but like 6 to gang of them, nah. I'm running, fam. I'm running. They trying to attack Dave Chappelle.
So people, this last story, this one hitting close to home. It's a mass shooting that just happened in Buffalo. That's like right around the corner from us. I know the area and everything. Rest in peace to the people killed. In this clip, they say there's 8 killed, but in the update, there are 10 killed. And it's getting crazy. People, please practice spiritual safety. Always count your blessings and always tell people that you love them and do all your forgiving and stuff as soon as you can. Because you never know when it's that time, people. Yeah, this one is serious. So.
Is just coming into our newsroom. We're trying to get that fed up here for you as you look live right now at the scene. Police tape up right there as they are on scene. Again, 8 people have been shot and killed. That's what we know of right now. That number could increase. This happened sometime right before 3 o'clock. We first learned of it at 3, and then the police department in Buffalo tweeted about it a half an hour later at 3:30. If we can pull up that tweet just to give you a recap, they essentially just told the people of Buffalo they are on the scene. A suspect is in custody. Based on the social media videos that we saw, that suspect was wearing camouflage. You see the tweet right here. It's the supermarket on Jefferson Avenue. Again, they say multiple people have been struck by gunfire. We are now confirming at least 8 people have been killed. Again, the shooter in custody. Everybody is urged to avoid the area. And we'll show you a map again of this Tops supermarket. Again, the nearest fire department is just south, not even a block from the Tops Friendly Market. And there is also a hospital somewhat close by. So you hope in a situation like this that if anybody is injured and still has a chance to pull through, that you can get them quickly, as quickly as possible to a hospital. As we take another live look, you see, again, the crime scene tape up. Investigators trying to make sense of this horrible, horrible act that, again, may have been streamed on social media. There are reports of that. We haven't confirmed it. You guys were just talking about the manifesto where this man may have described himself as a white supremacist. I'm being told that we now have the soundbite from one of the many witnesses who you see right there. Let's listen to what this person saw.
He took the machine gun with the strap and put it to his chin, and I was hoping that he'll shoot himself, and he didn't. He put the gun down on the strap, and then he took the gun, he put it down. He did put something on his feet. He took his vest off, and then he got on his hands and knees and got on his back, and then they arrested him.
Do you believe that this was a targeted attack?
I have no idea, because no, it couldn't have been, because when I first saw him shooting, he shot a woman, he shot a deacon, he shot another woman, and then he went in the store and started shooting again. So I don't know who he was shooting at, because he shot at least eight people, and he was doing this when I seen him, because you can see inside the store, and so I saw him doing this, and I'm like, I don't got a phone on me, so I'm like, I'm screaming, somebody called the police.
Who is the deacon?
He's a guy, Teeny. He's a jitney. He's a good guy. He don't drink, he don't smoke, he don't curse, he don't swear. He's against violence, and he gets shot by a gun. It's just ridiculous. He does jitney. He takes people home, older people. He works at the Sneaker Town, and he belongs to State Tabernacle Church.
How scary is this for you to see this happening in a place that you live, you know people here? Put that into perspective for me.
Well, being that next Thursday I'm going to be 51, and I know that's the only place where you can sit down. I was going to drink my juice, and I was about to sit down. But something told me to go on about my business, and I'm glad I did, and I sat right there. And then 2 minutes later, I hear gunshots, so I would have been standing right there at Tops, and who knows what would have happened. So I'm glad I left. So you can't feel safe in your own neighborhood. People come over here with army suits on shooting people. This is ridiculous.
That man just talking about the factor of chance here, that he could have been one of those people who were shot just going to the grocery store to get food. We know, again, 8 people have been killed. That number could increase. The governor, Kathy Hochul, here in New York, has tweeted that the state is sending support in the investigation as authorities try to confirm the motivation behind this attack.
And I want to see if they have anything.
And people say upstate New York, they don't have, up north don't have racism. Boy, please.
Breaking news out of Western New York tonight, where at least 10 people have been shot and killed at a grocery store in Buffalo.
It is no longer an active shooting, with the suspected gunman now in police custody. Reporter Ed Dranch from WKBW has been on the scene all afternoon. Here's a little bit of what he has witnessed.
Inside the supermarket, many of them are at a loss. Many of them are going home without their relatives tonight. Many of these people inside just doing their food shopping. It's unfathomable that somebody would come in here and open fire. Police are asking you to stay away from this scene, but obviously many people who have a connection here are inevitably drawn to the scene to try and develop information in real time. This area in particular is a community. This is a place not too far from a firehouse, from a fire.
Man, listen. Hey Pete, you how many memories we have in the top spot?
We got 1 more minute. We got a minute 30 seconds.
Well, I'm just gonna sum it up to like this: absolutely wild. You know, you heard me say earlier, there's racism everywhere.
I don't. I think it was just hatred. I think
that was all the above. That was all the above, all of it, anything they could hate for people. He killed.
It's noted that they're supposed to be planned. They had another guy that was supposed to be working with him. So this is gonna unfold. I just wanted to tap on it right now, but we're gonna definitely get some updates.
Right. We'll definitely touch subject again.
Last words.
Man, God bless the parents through mercy. and grace for carry them through the weight of pain, loss, and resentment of any kind. God bless the people of my hometown to Buffalo, Western New York, period. That wasn't a joke. It's Wild Wild West out there in Western New York. It's more than that. A lot of people don't even speak on, but that's just another subject. Bless the people of New York State. Bless the people across the United States. And I'm out.
And I would just add forgiveness.